All right, you are now recording. Hello, everybody. With me today is Chris Gallagher, President of San Ramon Rotary. Thank you so much for having me over, Chris. I would like to go over with our audience right now and tell them a little bit about yourself. How long have you been in Rotary? Why join Rotary, and your goals for this year?
Yeah, great. Thank you, Lourdes. And Lourdes, thank you for the opportunity. It's wonderful that how you engage the community and as well as in your business. And as a Rotarian, I appreciate you and your service above self for Rotary. So thank you for
Thank you.
that. Yeah, I've been in Rotary since 1998. So what is that? Almost 22 years. I'm currently the president of our club. This is not my first time. I was president back in 1996. I'm sorry, 2006. And so the club thought I should have another opportunity to try to do it a little bit better this time. I'm only kidding. I was happy to do it, and it is a little bit different Rotary now versus what it was prior to the pandemic. But you had asked why I joined Rotary. I joined Rotary for one main reason. I was looking for an opportunity or a venue to be able to give back, or a conduit to give back to our community. And rather than picking and choosing different opportunities, Rotary seemed to have a perfect place to be able to choose events or give backs that you might not normally know about. So Rotary was that conduit for me. And what I didn't know, which I know now when I joined, was it is a greater opportunity to meet people in the community, pillars of the community, people that give back, people that make our valley so great. You get to rub shoulders with those people during a normal meeting, again, prior to the pandemic, that you might sit next to the president of a hospital or the founder of Bishop Ranch or the mayor of San Ramon. I mean, I didn't know those opportunities were going to be there. Not that there's anything to leverage except just a friendship and developing, knowing you're larger, increasing the size of your sphere of influence. So it's been pretty amazing. And I look forward to Rotary every Thursday is when we meet. We used to meet at Pro Canyon Country Club in person with a podium, with lunch. And as we all know, we all had to pivot during the pandemic. And our last year's president, Colette Lay, she laid the groundwork and started our meetings virtually via Zoom like we're doing now. And so when our term starts on July 1st, or my term started on July 1st, I just grabbed the ball and ran with it. So she made it very easy to kind of land that plane on the runway because she had already teed it up for us. So I'm grateful for that, and she continues to be a great steward of Rotary and a great help for me.
Yeah, I really do appreciate as well all the, like you said, the gathering of the many leaders in this neighborhood of mine that I've called my own as well. When I joined Rotary, I didn't realize that there was so much opportunity to serve and help others. And so thank you for that, and thank you for getting that ball rolling, essentially. So in this times though, what do you think has been the biggest challenge during being on lockdown and not really being able to meet those people that we used to serve before the lockdown, now that we are sheltered in place? And so can you tell us a little bit more about that, and how have you mobilized folks to actually continue to do what they do best, which is help others?
Yeah, great question. And it is difficult, but everybody in our club, we have 59 members, and everybody continues to, I get phone calls and texts and emails. How can we continue to serve? Who needs help? And I have two stories. One, I want to share most recently what we're doing is we're giving through our club, we've created a team page for the Contra Costa Food Bank. And so we're able to, we can't have hands-on and boots on the ground, but there's some people that have the ability to give and want to give. And we just started this on Giving Tuesday. We launched our team page for the Contra Costa Food Bank. And I haven't checked today, but I want to say that we're up close to $2,300 to $2,400 in just a matter of days. That is aggregated with, we had done a Contra Costa Food Bank drive 7 months ago when the pandemic, around the time the pandemic had started. And back then, I think we gave about 2,300 to 2,400. So we should reach, we don't have a goal, we just want to give, and those who can, we hope they do. But if we can get close to 6,000 to 7,000 aggregate for the entire year of 2020, that would feel very good to be able to give back. But not everybody can give, chooses to give in that way. And so a story that I love, and Lourdes, you were involved in it in a deep way. every year our club gives out scholarships to the local kids, high school students that are moving on to college. And we give out anywhere from 3 to 7 scholarships, and they range from anywhere from $1,000 up to $10,000. And so this year, in 2020, the scholarship distributions, typically the students would come to our club meeting. We'd give them out, we'd give them the check, and give them an opportunity to share of where they're going, what they're doing, and what's inspired them. And one of the things that we knew, we couldn't do that, of course, but what a lot of people don't know is when we give those checks to those students and we give them, we have faith in them that they were the right student to receive this check, because we believed in them. That belief has lifelong value to students that you don't hear about until years later. And said, you can hear students come back and say, Lourdes, I went to Berkeley, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. But through the Rotary Club, you inspired me to do this or to give back to community. So that messaging that we get is amazing. So there's no way we couldn't not do it. Sorry for the double negative.
Right.
So we had to give the scholarship. And so what we did with Lourdes' help and 4 or 5 other Rotarians is we reached out to the San Ramon Police Department and said, we need a motor brigade to drive us through the city of San Ramon and not virtually, but socially distance recognition for these students. So we mapped out a route through San Ramon. I think there were 8 of them, and they were spread all over San Ramon Valley. And we drove to the house. The parents knew that we were coming. And Lourdes was our photographer, and we would capture the moment with the student. We had a 7-foot stick that we'd pass the check to them. And it was amazing to see the looks on the kids' faces. The neighbors would come out. It was a great event, and it's something that I don't know we would have even thought of if it weren't during a time that we had to be, improvise, adapt, and overcome.
Yeah. That was actually very much a creative thought that I think it started from you. I mean, that wasn't my idea. I just kind of implemented the picture taken of it because we are in fact sheltered in place, and we can't touch their hands, unfortunately. So yeah, and in fact, when I also was, I think, in a committee to actually choose these students as well, and it was amazing by the amazing work that these kids have already started doing, even as young as high school. So it was definitely well-deserved scholarships, and I'm sure that they will do a great job in the future of giving back into their communities like we did. So thank you so much for leading that initiative. So yes, those challenges have been met, and I'm sure you will continue to, inspire all of us in giving and finding out new ways to actually reach out to the community without actually holding hands and talking face to face. So Thank you again very much, Chris, and I'll see you in Rotary.
Okay. Thanks, Lourdes. Thanks for the opportunity.
Sure.